Hello.
I'm not alive. According to my roommate, I'm an android.
You're an android?
Yeah, according to my roommate, I'm an android.
Why are you a phone?
Oh, hello there. Hello. And why am I a phone? Because beep, boop. General Kenobi. Which one was the General Kenobi?
Should I risk trying to stream you directly the game?
Do I need this? Do I need it?
For fun. I don't know.
What
Maybe you don't need
fun?
it. Maybe you do need it.
What is fun?
Fine, you can watch with the stream delay, I guess.
Isn't that fun?
Sure.
Describe to me what fun is.
The funny thing is, in window mode, the window for the game is actually smaller than the game capture is on my screen.
Well, I thought that was because it's a window.
I'm gonna show you my screen just for a sec, just so you can see exactly how tiny it is.
Oh!
That's what I mean.
Oh.
It's smaller than it is on the Streamlabs game capture, which is already the minied version.
That is very interesting.
Should I put it back to full screen?
Oh, that is very interesting.
Yes?
I don't know. I mean, don't.
Is it that interesting?
No, not
Anyway,
really.
I'm sharing it now, so that's what you see.
Wait, what?
Falling. I wonder when it was my fate was sealed.
Probably when you were born.
Never expected my death to be so epic. Can't complain, I guess. Hey, Donovan, are you listening?
No.
Yeah, Donovan.
No.
Red Strings Club.
No way.
Hello, I'm bitter that a transphobic ableist game has so much attention, and so I'm playing something that's actually cyberpunk.
I'm asleep.
Hey, Donovan, are you listening?
No.
Are you listening, Donovan?
No.
Fine, I'll be Donovan. You don't need to stop every 3 sentences to ask if I'm listening.
Very good sir.
Of course I'm listening. I'm a bartender.
Being a bartender doesn't mean you have to listen.
Well, when you're in this empty of a bar, you probably should be listening.
Should and are 2 different things.
Anyway.
Ooh.
My Metamore gave me this for a just for fun gift last year. Yeah, I think I saw it was like the sequel or like the spiritual successor to 2064 Read-Only Memories, and that was really good. And this one apparently has like a bartending mini game, so I was like, all right, time to play it.
I guess I got through halfway of 2064.
Yeah, and it's got that nice like pixel art style, and look, I'm very bitter and angry this week. I want my cyberpunk to be punk, not transphobic. Metamore in law. Partner's partner's partner. Oh. I confess that I don't know what a metamore is, but it's a cool sounding word. That's interesting. Yeah, I haven't played this at all. This is the very intro. Sorry for spoilers. Or maybe, I mean, I only expect to get so far, since I'm also very slow at playing games. So,
yeah,
worse when we're tangenting.
If we want to speedrun a game, to me that's playing it.
If we want to speedrun a game, you want to speedrun a game, not me. I don't speedrun. I slow run. I jog.
I've only tried speedrunning like 2 games before.
Shorthand for partner's other partner. Today I learned. Yay, learning!
I do not know any of the terminology for poly relationships.
I'm like I know people in poly relationships, but I've not had in-depth conversations about it or anything. It's more like sometimes they post on Facebook about it, and otherwise it's really not something I consider my business unless they want to tell me about it. So,
I mean, as any relationship.
Pretty much. Actually, one of my old roommates, I think, is in a poly relationship, but only got, like, well, I don't think they ever used that term. Also, my understanding is that one of them was in another relationship who, like, really, the girl in that side didn't really want to be poly, really did not seem very happy about it being poly. Bo is my partner, Lily is their partner, and therefore my metamor. Pat is Lily's partner, and I call her my meta-in-law because it's faster than partner's other girlfriend's girlfriend. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that is very, faster. Very fair.
So much faster. Holy crap, that's so much faster.
Also, it just sounds like cool as hell.
Yeah.
It just sounds like science-y almost.
Science?
It sounds like a really sci-fi term or something, even if it's not. It's really cool. Well, I'm glad that she's cool. Yeah, I remember there was, my friend was in, or is in, I think she's still in, a poly relationship, but where her boyfriend's other girlfriend was very, very unhappy actually about it being poly, and was like, I think pressuring him to like marry her under the hopes that then it would end the polyness of the relationship, and it's like, that's not how poly's supposed to work.
No.
Being buds and going to each other for advice sounds much better for how a poly relationship is supposed to work. Yeah. I think at some point that side of the poly, is it a polycule? Is that what a polycule is? That side ended, thank God. And then my friend got another boyfriend at some point, like after I moved away, I think. Yeah, meta is pretty science, metaphase, metamorphosis, metabolism. Yeah, folks being unhappy in poly is not good. I don't think that she was being forced to, but I think that she didn't want to end their relationship, so she sort of bitterly took poly over ending it, which is just not the healthy choice. Because if your real preference is to be monogamous and you really don't like being in a poly relationship, you should just accept that you're not a good pair. But it seemed like she did not like that, and she really hated my friend, seemingly primarily for being in another side of this poly relationship with her boyfriend. So I'm like, obviously I'm biased of like, look, she should have just accepted it and ended it instead of agreeing to be poly but hating it. Yeah, hopefully all involved are happier now. At least on my friend's side, I think that grouping is a lot happier now. 'Cause yeah, like, I don't think the other girl was being forced to be poly or pressured to be poly, but I think she just didn't want to let go of what she had. And so she kind of made a choice that she didn't actually like, which is kind of toxic to the whole thing, unfortunately. Anyway, all of that is entirely unrelated to what's on the screen right now. I feel like Dill, call called us out pretty accurately of like, oh, you this is more like you just chat and sort of play games rather than actually streaming gaming. But that's kind of what we're here for, is mostly to hang out and chat, and
we get through
we
games.
happen to also play. We need the background music while we chat. Yeah, and I like this image. I like the art.
I mean, we get through games. We've
Gradually.
beaten games.
We gradually play. So that girl from Proxima Vega, turns out she was just using me to smoke out the mole in the city police. Did you sleep with her? Nope, she's not into guys. Anyway, I almost got arrested, but I managed to hack my way out of the bot patrol car. One day you're gonna end up dead or worse if you keep doing business with those Proxima scoundrels. You should really take one of these. I'm just saying.
Which one?
I claim Donovan.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
What? I want to be a bartender.
We live in a city ruled by corporations. If I didn't associate with scoundrels, I'd be out of work in no time.
Hey, Mary. Yes, pixel art.
Hey! Hi, how you
Pixel art
doing?
game. Has nice music so far. And if it's anything like
And there's
2064, it should be good. There's a bartending minigame. That's what I'm really most excited about.
So when are you
The
playing
other option
Valhalla?
was playing Valhalla. Yeah.
I was about to say, so when are you playing Valhalla?
Someday I'll get through that.
I
think I've gotten through chapter 1 like twice.
One of the people I sometimes watch on YouTube, they started playing Valhalla. I think I got to like 2 episodes. I just stopped watching because I'm just like, there's a lot of other things
I
to
really
do.
like Valhalla. It's very chill.
I mean, there's just a lot of other things to do, and I don't think it's the type of thing that, for at least a YouTube video, I could sit down and watch.
I couldn't
Like,
really
even-
watch it. It feels more like something that I would like to play.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or would like to watch like fully voiced, maybe.
Well, yeah, that YouTuber voices it. She voices all the characters.
Okay. Anyway.
Anyway, I already read that line. Wi-Fi is slow. Did someone say Valhalla? I was thinking of that game!
Yeah. VA11 Hall A.
AC game was Black Flag.
Because your crew sings shanties and it's lovely.
I didn't like Black Flag personally, because that's mostly because I don't like ship mechanics in games. I just, they never, it's just something about them. And there's a joke there about me being a shark, and I know that's there, just don't make the joke. So, basically today sucked. Why don't you hit me up with something?
Alright, what do you feel like? Bourbon? Vodka? Tequila?
Yes. I mean, surprise me.
Okay, let me see what we've got here. Okay, I'm gonna make this full screen after all. It's too tiny.
Well, now you have to change the thingy, because now it's messed up the thingy.
Yeah.
I like when you go diving, it's so huge. Oh, that's big.
That became very, very big. Well, because it started off so tiny.
She's big and now she's tiny.
There.
Well, just eat the eel, Magic.
Alright, let's prepare a drink for Brandy's. What should we aim for? Do you see any interesting soul nodes, Newman? Dot, dot, dot.
It's a song.
Newman?
But eels are threat, not food. Now the food.
What?
Tasty.
I'm not about to eat eel sashimi or anything.
Oh, right now.
I'm not about to because I've eaten it many times before and I don't have sushi right now. Although now I'm kind of like, maybe I should have sushi for dinner. Last muse must have expired already. Let's see if I can't channel a new one. Alright, we're summoning Eurydice. Harvester of sensations, I beg of you, bestow upon me your graces. Weave the red strings and guide my hand to tune into buried emotion. That should do it. Now, if you can hear me, try to pick up a bottle and move it around. Oh. One click to grab it and another click to drop it. You can click and drag while holding a bottle to pour its contents.
So don't pour it all over the sink, counter.
Blurp. Try to visualize our customer's soul. There you go.
Okay.
Now, focus. At the Red Strings Club, we don't just serve alcohol. We use spirits to tune into customers' emotions.
So we use spirits to touch their spirit?
It's about matching their vibes and allowing them to savor, mourn, or contemplate their soul's fundamental sentiments.
Yes. People were talking about Valhalla.
Yes.
That was a true statement. We were both talking about Valhalla. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, we're vibing.
But I'm not vibrating!
Well, we are. We're matching their vibes. Try to read into Brandeis' soul. These are the buried states he's carrying right now. The soul nodes. Ooh, pride and regret. Okay, so he's got a deadly
No, what's the
sin.
other one? Bottom left.
Huh? Anxiety. Sorry, I put the bottle there, so I didn't notice it was there. Now, let's bring out one of those dormant emotions. Whatever you pour into this glass will be reflected by the soul disc. What drink matches your vibes tonight?
Oh, please, anything don't make me drunk. Please, please, please.
Whatever you pour into this glass will be reflected by the soul disc. What is a soul disc? Each spirit has a different effect. Up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right.
B-A, quack.
Yep. B-A, quack. That's right. Make the soul disc match with a soul node. That's how you make a drink worthy of the Red Strings Club. Feel free to experiment until you get the hang of it. If you ever get lost, you can check your ingredients in the notebook. Great. A notebook. Here's some ice.
You got ice.
Here's some of this. Here's some of that. Alexander's High Roller Bourbon.
Is his last name Anderson?
Deep Down Vodka. Has diving deep down to your innermost impulses.
Okay.
The torture of the grandson of a fallen mafia boss? Rumors say he uses very unconventional methods. I don't know what we're reading right now.
Wait, what?
We've got absinthe. That's what the green bottle is, I guess.
How do you know?
Will dance in your mouth nose, appealing to the left warmer side of your heart. And Tequila Carlos Derrico. Fuck me up like you're bludgeoning me with the essence of the Candyland board game.
I don't know what that means.
It means fuck me up like you're bludgeoning me with the essence of the Candyland board game. What's not to understand?
What does that second half of it mean?
I think it means that Pi wants a Starburst shot.
What's that?
Yes. I mean, I know that, well, so you can do this with Starburst, but I actually think that it's better if you do it with Jolly Ranchers. Is that, there's a thing where you, like, put, like, you take a bunch of Starbursts of one flavor, and you put them into a bottle of vodka and like leave them overnight or however long, and you shake it. Bye, Mary. Thanks for popping in.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mary. Have a good night.
Yeah, but you shake up the Starburst with the vodka and you leave it, and then like all of the flavor sort of dissolves into it. Yeah, you can also do it with Skittles. And then afterwards you'd like strain out, I guess, the Skittles or Starburst or whatever. But Jolly Rancher is actually better, I think, because with Jolly Rancher, it's basically just sugar, so it just dissolves and you don't have to strain anything out afterwards. I think once my friend gave me 2 different flavors of Jolly Rancher vodka for like a birthday present. It was very nice. Find a supplier of Red Secret and Blue Whisper. I feel like I'm looking at the wrong parts of this notebook. This is supposed to intensely stimulate the right side of your brain.
What does that mean?
This is appealing to the left warmer side of your heart.
What heart?
This exalts your very soul to rarely met heights.
What does that mean?
Well, I take it that we want something with absinthe because the left warmer side of your heart would be this, right? That's his left side.
Okay.
So I think I need absinthe. Ah. Oh my god.
You're spilling it.
Like, how do I control this? Oh. This is very interesting to try to control.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it just melts and doesn't get all the gelatin junk in it. Yeah, because if you use like Skittles or Starburst or whatever,
Wait, Magic, you're old enough to drink?
Once. I mean, it's hard to say because well, when I was but Magic's baby age, I used to be like a very giggly drunk. I am no longer a giggly drunk.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting?
It shrank the thing.
What, the ice cube?
No, it shrank the little circle.
That?
Yeah. That shrank when you put the ice cubes in.
Huh. Is that what they mean?
Oh, I guess you want to match the size and location.
Ah. Well, that's terrible then.
Well, it depends. Which one are you going to go after? The anxiety, the pride, or the regret?
Yes.
Well, you can't. It doesn't look like nut. They're all 3. Yes, you're going after anxiety.
Yes. Had way too much absinthe last time, it seems.
Now, there's one of them that said it was going down, right? They
Yeah,
down.
so this is right side, this is left.
So you want the vodka.
This is heights, and this is vodka, dive deep down. So I think this one's vodka, probably. It looks like vodka.
Sure. Anxiety has a liquid.
Here's your drink!
I always worry about that. I do.
Are you the fucking devil? Why, yes, I am.
I like my one friend because when she's drunk, she turns very complimentary, but she gets a little too touchy as well. I don't. Oh, you just hit the star, I think.
Well, it looks like I dumped out part of the drink by accident in the process.
Well, now you mess with it.
Oh. Adding the right amount of ice to it. Well, I guess I need more vodka again.
No, because you have to match the size, it looks like.
God damn it.
Just throw it on him.
Yep, I'm just dumping it directly onto the bar. That's how this works. Oops.
Might be good enough.
Let's just add some bourbon or whatever.
You're making such a mess dumping these in the floor.
No. This one? Yep. This is like fun to play with, but really hard to control.
This is
Hello,
hilarious.
it me, world's slowest bartender.
This is slightly hilarious to watch.
I'm glad. Are you not entertained?
I know I'm not. Please entertain me more.
There, I did it again.
Yay!
Be very concerned watching a bartender do this.
I'd be very
Yep.
concerned
Just
about
fucking
the
throw it on.
I'd be very concerned about a bartender being like, nah, this ain't right, and just dropping it on the ground.
This poor person waited so long for their drink. Yeah, he's even calling me out on it.
What took you so long? Doing the newscasting thing again.
Yeah, I lost my mojo and I wanted to make a drink worthy of your refined palate.
It probably tastes like crap. Harvester sensations, I beg of you, bestow upon my friends drunkenness.
Me too. Laugh after you drink it. You know I always hit the spot.
I know. Let's see which spot you're hitting tonight.
Anxiety, yeah!
A spot you really shouldn't hit. Ugh, that was strong.
Smack that anxiety.
Ugh. Ah, this
Damned.
city.
I like that it's literally a glass of anxiety.
Bartender, no, the vibes don't match. I'm shitting on the floor. Me.
I'm a bit of a perfectionist too, but like, damn. No. It's not that I'm dumping the drink on the floor. It's that I'm dumping the drink into my giant bucket that I'm going to drink at the end of the night myself.
Don't have another bucket. I've watched you have one of those.
It was a small bucket.
That was a tiny bucket, though.
I mean, it's like a little baby bucket. But yes, you have watched me drink a bucket.
I think I've also watched you drink.
That was college.
Was it called a fishbowl?
Well, fish bowls are pretty common as a normal thing. Did I drink the fish bowl by myself?
Yeah? I didn't drink one. I don't think you shared with anyone.
College, when I had to deal with dick-ass sexist CS majors. Fish bowls are just large. The bucket was also like just a very large cocktail. But it came in this little itty bitty plastic bucket. And I ordered it because that day someone said something very gross and sexist in my CS class and no one called them out on it.
No, some of them laughed.
Yeah.
Including the teacher.
Well, the teacher was more of an awkward laugh. But yes, he laughed. And I think I was one of 2 girls in the entire room, so...
Yeah.
I think you had to stop me from yelling.
Yeah.
I think you stopped me from yelling at that guy.
Yeah.
So I drank a bucket.
So you drank a bucket. Did you ever feel like doing a little cleaning?
Nope.
Wouldn't go so far as killing anybody. I swear, sometimes I just want to take a few companies out of the game.
TAing intro chem classes always requires lecture. Okay, there are bottles of denatured ethanol in the lab that you will use for experiments. Look at me. Look at me. Denatured means contains methanol. Please don't drink this. I don't want to have to deal with that.
Again.
Yes. That sounds unfortunate.
That does sound very unfortunate. But then I realized it'd be useless. That the problem isn't with
fucking
corporations, it's with us.
I mean, it's also the problem with fucking corporations.
I don't know how to pronounce that.
I think it's hoi polloi.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, no, bro, it's with the corporations. It's absolutely the corporations' fucking problem. Oh, let me...
What?
I was gonna say, let me read the description for Magic, so you know why I am choosing to play this game.
I mean, it did... Oh, no, you did.
It's the one I sent you.
Yeah,
I know, because I'm literally going into our chat history to pull it up.
Ah, good. Good.
The description, which is the reason I chose this for today, is because I'm angry at the cyberpunk game for not actually being punk. And this one is, The Red Strings Club is a cyberpunk narrative experience about fate and happiness, featuring the extensive use of pottery, bartending, and impersonating people on the phone to take down a corporate conspiracy. And I was like, yes, taking down corporate conspiracies. I'm down with that. Let's play it.
It's like this is a let's play.
Hell yeah! Taking down corporate conspiracies!
The hoi polloi that populate this city. Each of us is thinking we're special.
But can I access the notebook?
You can access the note. Wait, was that a picture in there?
Mm-hmm. No. Oh, yes. That doesn't sound unprofessional to me.
Oh. I'm unique. My neural drive implant and my cool turquoise Converse prove so. I'm a free thinker and a $300 shirt.
Oof. Oof. Why don't you escape to the country and enjoy a fulfilling corporation-free life then?
Because Amazon controls everything. Everything. Yeah? And who the
hell
is supposed to envy my $300 shirt and my turquoise sneakers there? What the?
hell?
Bar's closed, miss.
Step. Step dies. That's not a drunk person, Brandeis. It's an android.
Oh, that was some implant fangirl.
Get her up and let's see what we got here, would you?
Right away, sir. Hello? Who are you?
184.
184? Are you Andy Bill's Donovan?
It's in pretty bad shape, but I believe this is an Akara android from Supercontinent Limited. And they still haven't seen the light of day. According to what I've heard, they've only been put to use internally at Supercontinent.
What the
hell
is it doing here?
Oops, I gave you the character that swears.
Why'd you do that?
Because I wanted to be the bartender. Beats me. Rumors say this is the first android capable of making ethical decisions, examining every single factor in play in the life of any subject.
I thought where it said ethical, I thought it said ethanol because of magic.
The first robot capable of making ethanol decisions. Minding emotional status, social impact, economic repercussions, legal risks.
This is what chat does to me. Why do you do this to me? I quit.
The first robot capable of getting fucking hammered.
How come you're so knowledgeable about this topic? How come you never told me about this?
That's what we information brokers do, amigo. Share the trivial, sell the relevant.
We're supposed to be a team.
Exactly. And I got your back. Knowing too much can compromise your safety in the field. What if someone tries to torture the info out of you?
Well, they'll just kill me since I won't have any leverage.
Human improvement compromised.
Okay, that was creepy enough. I'm going in.
Whoa, hold on a sec. You're gonna connect your neural drive to this fireworks factory?
Yeah, it sounds like a good idea. Hey, don't worry about it. I don't go very deep. I just want to check the memory banks. You want to know how this Akara got here, don't you?
Okay, but don't be reckless.
Oh, that's my middle name.
Hey, look, it's literally just us. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna plug in. I'm like, are you fucking serious?
Actually, that is scary because that is just us.
That would just be the interaction.
I'm gonna do it. Are you serious? I'm gonna do it. Okay,
fine, just be responsible about it.
It's okay. I did it! Oh, you can pay me later for the info I get.
Pay you? But we're a team.
It's for your own good, sweet cheeks.
Imagining you seriously saying, sweet cheeks. Ooh!
Whoa.
Beep boop.
Boop beep.
Hello world.
Funny. Greetings, Akara 184. Welcome to the job. Supercontinent Limited Clinical Division H Corp expects you to be an excellent human upgrade crafter. Please familiarize yourself with your work zone until you're comfortable. Let me know when you're ready to accept requests.
Yes, master. Thank you.
Now go to your work, you don't get any raises ever.
I am like, oh god, they used master. I'm uncomfortable already. Oh, I can move. Whoa.
I can walk! Yeah! This is the pottery disc. With it, you will shape handcrafted limbs and organs for the clients.
Oh my. That escalated very fast.
This is the official id Corp Transhumanist Wiki. With it, you can select the different upgrades and select one to craft at the pottery disc. And this is the interface displays that
They switched up the grammar on you. And we broke Sharky. Sharky is now in the same condition as Akara 184 originally arrived in.
This interface displays data on our client queue. With it, you can keep track of clients' progress and post-operative satisfaction. And this is the door.
Yes, Overseer?
Which folder do you want to access?
That's not overly surprising. Sharky seems to break quite easily. He does, doesn't he?
This is probably why my roommate thinks I'm an android. There aren't any completed jobs. Get to work. This is the operating theater. My brain went to being like, ah yes, they're operating on performances. And I don't know why. Here, you'll receive our clients and you'll install their necessary upgrades. You might hack off a limb or two. Are you ready to start getting clients? Where did my thingy go? Oh, there's my thingy. There's no selected blueprint. Please use the Transhumanist Wiki to select which ingredient you craft next. Never just want to go to a hospital and watch somebody get a heart transplant? No!
I mean,
No.
I hadn't, but now I'm curious.
No matter what I do, I can't raise my follower count. Please help. Ah, yes. Chat, please help raise our follower count. I need to get more investors for my startups. My ideas are great, but I can't talk enough people into financing them. I'm so sick of hateful speech on the internet that I fear I won't be able to write anymore. I need my inspiration back. No matter what I do, I can't raise something.
That was the follower one again.
Ah.
Ooh.
Increase your, so I can
Online
enchantress
social
from
network charisma. Highly
Persuasion.
enhances your persuasion. Filters online content to block any type of negative stimuli. You know, interesting.
Yes? Ah, yes, there's the sex appeal.
Dramatically increases your sex appeal.
Ah, ooh. Limited city for social acceptance. Nullifies ambition and thirst for power. I think I already have that.
Please ribbit.
Shut your social conscience down.
The husk. Sex appeal. Sounds fake.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, well, I guess we want...
Well, we want the persuasion,
These
the
first three.
social network. Yeah.
I guess we'll go
Start
in order.
That makes sense.
Sit.
Ooh, this is the block of biomatter. You can use this lathe to turn it into a useful upgrade. Don't fail. Spin the lathe, just click repeatedly. When the lathe gains some speed, use your right hand to shape the biomatter.
Cool.
Press the buttons on the device on your right to 1. Pick a proper tool to shape it. Rewind previous actions and correct mistakes. This will restore the biomatter earlier state, because that's how life works.
Yep.
Tune into some focus-enhancing music tracks.
Music.
Submit a finished project or just exit the lathe.
Project.
Piece, project, same thing. Feel free to experiment as much as you need, or don't, it's up to you. Remember, click repeatedly to spin the lathe. Move your right hand to shape the biomatter and press buttons. We're expecting great products from you, Akara 184.
Music time.
I don't... Did the music start? You should probably lower your expectations, bro.
Yeah, right?
That was a thing.
Do that.
Ah.
Oh, interesting. Oops.
Wait, what'd you do?
Oh, it ran out
needs-
of speed.
Ran out of juice. The juice is on fire.
The juice is on fire.
Yes, the juice is on fire.
Why is the juice on fire?
Because,
Probably actually this one.
why wouldn't the juice be on fire?
Quite concerning if the juice is on fire.
Why not? That sounds like fun. It's like almost there.
Yeah.
Yeah, ooh, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You just got a little piece on... Yeah!
Like you need very steady hands for this.
Do you have steady hands?
Well, anyway.
Production complete. The Enchantress. Well done. Oh, that music slapped. What did it slap?
You.
Like a hurricane?
Hopefully not quite like a hurricane.
That'd be fun.
You want to undo that.
You want to undo it all.
Completely undo what I did. That's not what I was supposed to do, I think.
You gotta already undo again.
So to answer your question, no, I do not have steady hands.
Well, that's a shame.
I know. I'm not a very good android. Maybe you should be the one doing this after all.
Well, I don't own this game.
Well,
And I also don't dream of electric sheep.
Do you dream of live sheep?
I dream of nightmare sheep.
Of nightmare sheep? Okay.
What? Of acoustic sheep.
Maybe you just dream of fish.
I'm a fish.
Yup.
It doesn't look very useful. Are you sure the hologram was completely green?
No, the holocheck was not completely green. But fuck you.
A sheep before that type of alternative rock that sounds like the Pacific Northwest. Wow. My sheep prefer that type of alternative rock that sounds like the Pacific Northwest.
Interesting.
What? What do you mean?
So as I do this, it just cycles through them.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like it doesn't matter which part of it I'm on. So I was kind of confused. Click rapidly, and then click rapidly again because it wasn't rapid enough. Slowed down. Yeah, now it's green.
Production complete. The Vizier. Well done.
Okay, but Overseer, you just yelled at me that it wasn't well done, so like, what the hell?
Well, yes, you need to burn the burger more. Wait, was that joke not good enough? Ooh. Nice, nice.
Quite a bit more precision than I feel like I have.
Well, what is Magic's comment? You gonna learn?
Gonna learn.
Gonna learn today? I think that's Magic's preferred comment.
At least to you.
Well, you're gonna learn.
Are you also gonna learn?
I'm not learning anything. I don't know anything about pottery.
Well, you could learn. There. They did the thing.
The Godmother. Hello, Cinderella. Well done.
Cinders? When did she get to this game?
Yes.
Alright, well...
You're gonna start getting clients. First one coming in. What's up, dude? Who are you? Follower count?
Yes. Well, to answer the who are you, it's Camden LaShawn 21.
Are they the 21st Camden LaShawn?
Just bloop on your belly.
Now the client will be more popular on the internet. 5
In the
people
college classroom. What's up, you little fucks? You're gonna learn chemistry today. 5 people dropped the class.
I think 5 people joined the class.
No. 5 people dropped the class.
But will that make them happier?
Out of 7 people. It's a 7-person class and 5 people drop.
I've had a 4-person class.
Yeah.
They're like this shouldn't have happened. Persuasion.
Okay, here you go. Just spreading it on your belly.
I don't think that's how persuasion is a great key to seduce the powerful. Although great power can lead to bigger ambitions. I hope you'll be okay.
We have Victor Atomnoye, 28, digital media scholar.
Ooh.
And
Godmother? Yeah.
boop.
I don't think that's... Oh, you have a Prof Fox? Oh, you have Prof Fox? They're very good Prof. I think they might be a little unstable though. Misunderstanding all you see. Who's this?
Wow. My follower count went wild, but the amount of haters I've gathered is unbearable.
Ah, so now they want the Enchantress. Do you have another module of that? Or do you only have one?
Oh, I was actually... There was a different one. This one.
But I think it specifically said the Enchantress on it.
Did it? Oh,
Yeah, follow up the Enchantress. Are you not going to give them one?
It's a follow-up to the Enchantress.
Ah.
I installed the Enchantress. That doesn't mean that's what I'm giving them. I think this one's the better one than giving the Godmother. Alright, this person's just gonna hang out there, butt-ass naked, while I do this. I'm sure that's fine.
You're gonna turn on the tunes for them? I mean, but Prof Fox is probably not as unstable as Prof Sharky.
Professor Sharky's so unstable, though.
Yes. Have you seen what Kingdom Hearts does to people?
No, because I still don't know what the fuck Kingdom Hearts is.
Exactly.
I've only seen what it does to people pursuing it.
I have so many haters now. Don't worry, I shall remove them.
I mean, truly.
No, but Magic, you don't know what Kingdom Hearts is yet. You know that the game exists, but you don't know what Kingdom Hearts is. Because there's a difference between knowing the game exists and knowing what Kingdom Hearts is.
You kind of know what Kingdom Hearts the game is at this point. You do not know what Kingdom Hearts the thing that they're seeking is. Although somehow they all know that they're seeking it. For some reason.
Magic doesn't even know what Kingdom Hearts the concept is.
Is it light? Is it darkness?
Yes.
Is it a land of neither light nor darkness, but something else?
No? Ace Panic. Production complete. The temple well done. Done, done, done.
Alright. You no longer give any fucks about the haters. There you go.
You freed them from their dull craving. Well done. We managed to get 6 digits investments, but if I want to start survival, need even more. Keep it rolling. I think he's getting a little too thirsty.
I'm like...
Ah, yes, you'll make him a husk.
What if I did, though?
I mean, technically, give the husk. That might lead to bad things? Question mark?
Probably. Give the husk. No, not yet. If only because I want to see the joy of turning someone into a frog.
Mwah.
Ribbit. Ribbit.
Mwah.
Ribbit.
Mwah.
Ribbit.
What?
Give it the husk. Make the new husk.
No, it says make the new Musk.
New Musk.
Who's Musk?
Elon?
Who Musk you know?
The Musk I hate. The Musk I don't understand why people are such fans of.
You probably understand that as much as you like the other, as you understand people being overjoyed about the other cyberpunk game.
I think he probably has the husk installed. Yep.
Can I be a husk?
I thought you said you already are the frog.
No, can I have it all?
Or you wanted the prince?
What?
I think it was the prince.
What? Free from the life world of greed, he may start seeing for the first time in his life. Talk about irony. Now that I've found a safe space, I've lost touch with reality and can't properly criticize it anymore. Need a different solution.
Yeah. You want it all, right? That
No.
means this one?
What?
You said you want it all.
Is sex appeal everything?
Actually, I'm curious what happens if I just give this one.
He does this for the recognition. This will surely help him. On the other hand, if it's vocational, we'll see him again.
Client's flat.
It's not that I care about what they think of me. The point is that witnessing so much hate in the world drains me of my will to engage, and that tortures me.
Okay, you tortured soul.
Give him the husk. This is maybe the wrong crowd to ask about sex appeal. Well, no, there are some people who know some things about sex appeal, I think.
Look, this is exactly why this is the crowd I do ask about sex appeal.
Well, what is sex appeal? How do you define it? Is it
Right.
like Kingdom Hearts?
This is the more fun crowd to ask, okay?
Is it like Kingdom Hearts to sex appeal? Like, is sex appeal light and darkness?
It's that thing that everyone seems to seek, but I don't know why.
Oh, so sex appeal is Kingdom Hearts.
Exactly.
Oh. So close. Tex-Mex appeal, Taco Bell. Ding! Hi, Dale.
Hello.
We're actually playing a thing.
We are playing a thing. Well, I'm playing a thing.
Well, yeah,
You're
I don't play
just
games.
kind of here to heckle me, but I mean, that's kind of the point.
I mean, I don't play games.
Says the one who probably spends more time playing games, actually.
Whoop. Taco Bell is not a substitute for nor affiliated with Clock Stool Softener. How do we clarify that Kingdom Hearts isn't a game? I do not find Taco Bell textually appealing.
This is close enough.
Production complete. Well done.
You know, just for fun, even though I don't need to make it, I just enjoy this pottery.
You're gonna make sex appeal?
The pottery is just kind of fun to do, honestly.
Why is that man naked? Is that the
Because
question?
he's receiving a module to fix all of his insecurities in life.
Mood.
Yes, you would also like these modifications too?
I mean, I
and all your insecurities? Is that what I'm hearing?
I probably wouldn't go for the friends.
Well, no one's actually requested the friends. I'm just.
I prefer one of the local small Mexican restaurants we have in the area. They make better chimichangas anyway. See, the answer is why is that man naked? Why not?
He's naked because he's hanging out while I decide how best to solve all of his problems with body modification modules.
So while you go to the Pottery Barn?
He's just vibing.
I don't have an apron, so if it's warm in my kitchen, I just sit with my clothes. I live one anyway. Yeah, why not? As long as you're comfortable with it.
Like, my hand's not quite steady enough for this mini game, but it is fun.
What are those tattoos? We are also an android?
Oh yes, we are an android. Akara 184?
Yeah. So that's just... Are there cyberpunk circuitry? Yes.
Yes.
We have the friends. Well done. Give him the husk.
Ideal tattoo pattern. Why does she have bobs?
That was an excellent job, Akira 184.
Akira?
Why do you have Akira?
When did we become Akira?
I don't know. Why does she have Bob Ross?
Because everyone should have Bob Ross.
Show Bob Ross at Vegeta.
Thank you, Master. I'm still very uncomfortable. Although, I mean, it's completely technologically accurate that currently a lot of technology uses the terminology slave and master, which is forever the most uncomfortable thing.
Yeah, I think when one of my teachers said that the first time, I'm like, what?
The first time I heard about it, I was extremely uncomfortable, and every time I've heard about it since, I've been extremely uncomfortable. And actually, thankfully, with the big push towards racial justice and stuff in June, I think a lot of places are changing their documentation and stuff to actually get rid of those terms, because thank God. Yeah, primary, secondary, primary clone. New batch. Damn, give her a break first. She part of a union. Oh
Person
god.
has since encourages people to vote in certain ways called the web. Oh my gosh.
Again, extremely uncomfortable. I never
Why?
understood that, and now in this context I'm like, oh dear.
Greetings from UFCW Local 88, what? I'm confused.
Read your line.
This new batch will have some customers tagged as super content limited executives. Oh, my union. Ah, interesting.
No, this is cyberpunk, so they've destroyed all unions. That's why we need to destroy them. We need to destroy the corporations.
Now my brain's going to destroy all humans, which is a very different thing.
Those are quite different, yes.
When the client matching that profile comes, just install whatever they ask for.
Cyberpunk equals tech bro dystopia. I mean, okay, so this is my whole thing. And this is why I've chosen to play this today, is that everyone's going crazy over the new Cyberpunk 2077. It's not cyberpunk. It's sci-fi. What's punk about it? There's no punk in that cyberpunk. It's just the cyber part.
I think the only the thing that gets a cyberpunk name is it's based off of a
I know.
tabletop game. Outer Worlds, yeah, due to the Ace one.
Yes.
A trans angry, yeah.
I mean, trans Twitter has been angry about Cyberpunk 2077, and I'm on their side, and I have been for the past, like, 5 years or however long it's been. And yet there is so much goddamn hype! It's also ableist. Oh, I came across a good compilation of all the shit they did. There's so much of it. But everyone's so hyped about it, and I'm just like, I do not fucking understand. It's ableist, it's transphobic. They literally, yeah, it worker abuses, and it just,
yeah.
God. And despite all that, oh wow, it's the genuine cyberpunk experience. Had to mute the phrase "the game" to get that damn game to stop showing up in my feed. But
wow.
You know what? You just lost the game. Or I just lost the game.
Gosh. I hate you.
Cyber workers getting cyber exploited in real life. Yeah.
But
Isn't that a better game to think about, though, Pi? Just gotta pick up the RPG books and make your own cyberpunk. Look, there are perfectly good cyberpunk games in existence. Which is why I'm playing this one. This one's about taking down a corporate conspiracy. That's the whole point of cyberpunk. They're like, cyberpunk is an aesthetic, but more than that, it's political. If you take the politics out of it, it's not cyberpunk anymore, because it's not punk.
I'm doing the work of 4 people.
Oh,
2 are sick.
Oh.
From a lot of that, yeah, that's.
I'm glad you're in a union, at least. Slobber clock.
Yeah,
I'm purposely playing this one because I am very upset about the hype over that cyberpunk, so I wanted to put something that is actually punk cyberpunk. That's the whole point of the genre, is that it's a sci-fi dystopia in
Thank
which
you, female voice.
corporations.
Yes, female voice. How do you do?
What?
What?
I'm so lost.
It says I was going to answer. Thank you, female voice. Read chat.
Yes. What female? Am I the female voice?
Yes, you are the female voice.
What was the question? Which one was the answer? Which part of my ranting about the overly popular game was the answer to what question?
And I'm assuming you're the female voice, because a lot of people assume I'm the female voice, at least at work.
I mean...
While you were playing this. Okay.
Oh, why I'm playing this. Yes. Because I am angry about the hype over Cyberpunk 2077. Also, for reference, instead of being called female voice, hello. I go by Satan on here, and male voice is Sharky. Just so you know how to refer to us in the future, if you're comfortable calling me Satan, at least.
The amount of times I've been, that answers my other question. I figured
you maybe don't want to be referring to us as female voice and male voice, and I would really prefer not to be called female voice.
I've had so many times where I've answered the phone and I'm like, I say my name and they're like, oh, thank you, miss. And I'm like, what? Yes, ma'am, or Satan.
Dark Lord will do fine.
And I'm just like, why are you calling me ma'am again?
Hail Santa. No, Santa was our MC in a different game.
Ho, 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 hellfire. We're in no position to judge our owners.
Understood.
No, it's because I say it and they don't listen to me for the first, 3 minutes of the calls. They ask me to repeat what I say constantly because they're not actively listening. But then they're like, oh, thank you, miss. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yes, Pi, the only person who knows our real names here. And please thank you for keeping them secret.
You're probably getting passed around.
Having a young child call you sir, ma'am, miss just feels so odd. Having anyone call me sir, ma'am, or miss feels odd. I don't think I want any of those, actually.
Somebody said Mr. in my last name. I'm like, no, stop.
Oh dear.
Stop. People, I'm just like, no, you call me by my, the name I say, or something else, and, I'll be fine. Just stop with the Mr.
See, milady concerns me in a very different way, but okay.
She's younger than me, and she call me man. Oh, jeez. You feel odd being called little lady by no name. Yeah, that's also true. That's also very true. I can't remember without looking up. I have no memory of either of my last names. Good.
Oh, it's fine to know my last name. Actually, if you ever Google search my full name, you will get about 20 different people, and none of them are me.
I think if you actually Google search my name, you get about 3 or 4 people. One of them's, I think, a CEO.
Hello, my name is Redacted.
Redacted.
I mean, obviously, my name is Satan, and Sharky's name is Sharky.
Well, apparently I have a last name. Lightbringer.
Yes. Also, I like how that didn't show up in chat as an emote, but it showed up in the emote wall as an emote.
Yeah. So I'm not so much keeping them secret. I was feeling to remember well enough to tell anybody. Spoiler.
Great. Perfect.
Lucifer.
Yep. My name is Satan Lucifer. Absolutely.
Satan Lucifer Morningstar. But you're also... Well, my last name...
Actually, my name is Lucifer.
My last name, nobody can pronounce properly in the first place by reading it. Because they somehow keep adding extra letters like W?
No. Your last name is Blade because you are Sharky Blade.
And I'm like, cool, my last name's an animal. Of the Westchester Lucifers, obviously. Sorry, garlic bread people.
I'm like, I don't want to put out there what my last name is too obviously.
Yeah.
But my last name, if you put it in a fictional context and actually translated it, you'd be just like, That seems vaguely racist.
Really?
My vampire was the Masquerade Bloodlines character. Or my Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines character was Toothy McBloodsuck. Perfect. Also, no, we regularly disrupt our own gameplay.
Oh yeah. This is normal. You are not doing anything.
You're not the reason.
Like, if we were good streamers, we would probably have this conversation and continue playing.
Well, we have
hint.
to say the lines and we have to respond to chat and everything. My given last name is some Dutch or German nonsense. My chosen last name is Stark. Yes. Twitch title was The Adventures of Toothy McBloodsucker of the Missouri McBloodsuckers. Way easier to spell. That's convenient. Yeah.
It's also true. I see.
My last name and my first name are constantly misspelled for like other variations on them.
I'm always surprised at how they keep misspelling your first name though, because they spell it in
What, mine?
ways. Yeah.
Oh, because there's lots of variations.
Yeah.
Also, people like to mispronounce E's as A's, I guess?
Yeah. It's also all letters contained within my last name.
Oh.
And Tony Stark.
Arya Stark, Ned Stark, Robb Stark, Tony Stark.
I don't know Iron Man.
So actually, secretly, they're all fighting over getting the right to sit on their sibling.
See, I think my last name's Sherman. I just don't know because my family. It's like, hey, like, where's our ancestry from? You have people before your grandmother? What?
Oh my, they are not Lannisters. I'm like...
I don't know anything about Game of Thrones, so ha 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 ha.
I will say that the thing I have thought about before was like, oh no, if I ever got married to like a non-Asian person, or rather if I ever married someone with like a Western last name, I'd be like, oh no, I need to change my first name because the only like obviously Asian part of my name would be erased, and I don't want to walk into a room and have people be surprised that I'm Asian.
You can go over the client file inbox if you want.
Oh,
Hello?
also
Hello,
Asian.
Asian.
Hello! It is in good working order, thank you. I have a fancy one. I have one of those, fuzzy logic ones. Like neuro-warming fuzzy logic things that has like 20 different settings.
Include such stories as Grandma was a child and too scared to go on the boat to America. Say, let's.
My family has never told me anything about my family history, like, properly. I know I'm named after one of my grandmothers, that they just westernized her Chinese name, and I'm like, okay, great! I'm named after this grandmother, but you've never told me literally anything about her! Wait, a heart-shaped rice cooker? That sounds cute, but also, like, kind of concerning.
Let me know when you're ready to operate.
Okay, Overseer. Sending me back to work.
So silly trivia, one of my ancestors was a Chinese princess whose path himself off as white and married into Spanish nobility.
Huh. Interesting. What a power move. A picture of Chun-Li and Vega from Street Fighter. Reindeer herders. All I know is my mom grew up poor and my dad did not. But my mom doesn't... My mom only ever talks about it in terms of, like, funny stories.
I think my grandfather grew up on a farm, or my grandmother grew up on a farm. One of them grew up on a farm, but then they just owned like a a ceramic shop. And
I
that's all
have
I
no
know.
idea what my grandparents did, and I certainly have no idea about any of my family beyond above my grandparents. What I do know is I tried the 23andMe thing, and I'm basically 100% Southeastern Chinese. It's not even 100% Chinese, it's like the specific region of China. Like that specific area is where I'm from, 100%. And I'm just like, oh god.
The only reason I know about the ceramic shop is because I remember playing Super Nintendo in that shop. I was a very small kid.
Something
Southeast Asian.
powerful. Southeast Asian. Mm. Dealing
Anxiety.
with serious anxiety crisis. I need to get a hold of myself.
Become the husk.
It's time. Activate my mirror neuron algorithm inhibitor. What?
I know my mom's side of the family was chilling in Germany, / Netherlands, and then World War I happened, and they were like, huh, let's leave.
Let's fucking
Yes.
leave.
That side where the reindeer herders.
Uh-huh. I mean, my parents lived under British colonial rule and then exited before it was returned to China because they lived in Hong Kong. Alright, so we've got a fortune teller, the CFO, the COO, and it's time. Activate my mirror neuron algorithm inhibitor.
And the line said, oh my god, there's so much rice. And I was like, it's because if I don't have the agent, please will take away my agent license.
Oh, it's okay. I once mentioned to... I think it was for Joe's stream. I, missed her stream because I was out buying 27 pounds of rice.
Oh, right. And people were like, that's very specific.
Because I had to get 15 pounds of white rice and 12 pounds of brown rice. I also have several other kinds of rice. Oh, you want to hear a horror story?
A rice horror story?
I'm like, well, at least I
look,
think Dale will get the horror story. I live with one roommate, but we're in quarantine and, rice fucking lasts. Let me see how heavy this sack is in my pantry. Do you have it in the bag? Because if it's in the bag should tell you. No, I fully expect that this 27 pounds of rice will last me about a little over half a year. I mean, the last 15-pound... No. I had a 12 or 15-pound bag at the beginning of quarantine. And that ran out after about 7-ish months.
Jeez.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, if I have 27 pounds of rice, that should last me until hopefully when we're able to leave. Hopefully it should be fine. And it lasts for fucking forever, so it's okay. You can skip the rice for dinner. 20 pounds of basmati rice. Yeah, that's a good amount. Yes. So do you want to hear the rice horror story?
Yeah.
Okay. So my roommate was telling me about this, am I the asshole thing?
Mm-hmm.
Where, there's this girl who's, frequently cleaning up after her boyfriend, who's kind of a slob. But the boyfriend does, all of the cooking. Okay, so far.
Yeah.
Okay. So, she sees that he has 3 different bags of white rice. And she's like, can I just combine these? We'll put it in one container. It'll be a lot neater that way. And he said, no, they're different. They're different kinds of rice.
Yeah.
He was out at some point, and she was just she looked at them, and she's like, they all look the same to me, and she put them all in one container together. And he came home, and she was like, look, I put all of the rice in one container, so it's organized. He was, ready to break up with her. He's like, what the fuck did you do? No, that's not okay. No, no, no. No, the girlfriend is not me. It was some "Am I the Asshole" post that my roommate came across where the girlfriend was asking, like, did I do something wrong? I don't get it. It's like, oh no. Oh no. No, I'm usually the one doing the cooking at home, and my roommate gets the benefits of the fact that I am incapable of cooking a one portion meal. Yeah. So I know that out of the bags of rice in this story, I don't know what all three were, but apparently one of them was jasmine and one of them was basmati, and I went, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. And I'm just hoping to God that I don't believe in. Like, dear God, please tell me the last one was not arborio. Arborio is the risotto rice. It's the one that opens up and turns creamy. And I'm just,
What?
oh no. Oh no. Look, I wouldn't be called Satan if I wasn't a heretic. Sharky is just like, I don't understand what any of this is.
I mean, I understand
so
the base idea.
Even if you have no sense of taste, you've had like Chinese food, right?
Yes.
And you've had like Indian food, right?
I've had Indian food like a few times, yes.
And you've had the rice of each one?
I know I've had rice of Chinese. I think I've had the Indian rice, but I don't remember.
It's like combining different chemicals in one container. Basically, like, okay, so basmati rice is a little bit harder, and the grains they're like not sticky. They don't stick together.
Okay.
Jasmine rice sticks a little bit more. It's still pretty like separate. But basmati like does not stick. Jasmine's like fluffier. Basmati is a little bit firmer. Almost, I want to say like almost like if you think of like al dente pasta. Not really, because it's rice, not pasta. But like that kind of firmness almost.
Sure.
Jasmine rice is more like fluffy. And then arborio rice is risotto. Like it, on its own, if you just cook it in water, it will open up and become creamy as if you added milk. And so that's why I'm like, oh no, don't tell me one of them was arborio. Also, even if you mix jasmine and basmati rice, like those are completely different textures, and they should be cooked in different ways. And oh god. And so I'm just like, oh no. My roommate's telling me this story, and I was just like, oh god, oh no, what has she done? No, oh no. Here, to clean up the lab, I combined the acetic acid, ether, and chloroform into one bottle. Yeah, basically. And I was just sitting there like, oh no, oh no, oh no. It's still edible, but it's fucked. Yeah. Like, the boyfriend was ready to break up with her because he's like, no, I told you they're different. You didn't listen to me. You combined them anyway, and now you've ruined all 3 bags. Just to clean it up and make it neater. Even though he told her outright when she asked. No, you cannot combine them. They're different. She just did it anyway. So that's the horror story. Am I the asshole that has some fucking wild stories? Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You've already made all of that, right?
Yeah, we have, apparently. I was checking if there were any new ones. Some of them are basically fiction in disguise. It's a little bit like... What's that effect where you can no longer tell if something is real or fake because people are fucking wild.
Yeah.
Alright, send them in.
Murder? Murder.
Raised by narcissists. Interesting. Terrifying, but interesting.
I think I've looked
It
at
was a
that
missed
a few
compromise. She
times.
absolutely should not have mixed those, but also there could have been multiple small containers to achieve the desired neatness. Like, I mean, they were already in, like, separate bags. Don't want them on the counter? Okay. Leave them in the bags and just put them away. Is it Poe's Law? It might be Poe's Law. But, like, she didn't try to compromise. She just didn't listen to him. Like, she asked.
Yes.
Ooh, dodged 2 figurative bullets in 2018, 2019 thanks to that subreddit. Well, that's good to dodge bullets.
Poe's Law, without a clear indicator of the author's intent, is it possible to create a parody of extreme views so obviously exaggerated that it cannot be mistaken by some readers for a sincere expression of the views being parodied?
Lend me a way to open their minds.
Yeah, but to some people, a bag is not neat. It's not square, not even, not compact. No, our character's been a woman. Android.
Oh, none of these are us.
Yeah.
We're very third person here. Previously,
Yeah.
I was controlling a bartender. Now I'm controlling an android because the pianist at the bar plugged in his neural thingy into this android who stumbled into the bar.
Yeah, the character in the foreground.
Yes.
That
This
were
character
mine.
that has, like, shorts and boots, but exposed boobs for some reason, is quote-unquote us. And yeah,
Yes.
okay. If a bag is not neat, then there could have been a compromise. She didn't try to compromise, is the thing. She just she asked, was told no, and then did it anyway. And then, like, presented it to him proudly. Like, look, I cleaned it. Like, no, you ruined it. And he told you that would ruin it, and you did it anyway. And yes, it's a tits out kind of future. Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Like, if she had properly listened to him, she would not have ruined the rice. But that's not what she did. Anyway, I guess the fortune teller probably wants higher persuasion.
Sure, I wasn't paying attention. What?
Hey, look, we're back!
Holy.
Bob Ross just bouncing across the screen. Holy shit.
I don't know how to pronounce the name.
Ariadne?
Sure. I don't even remember the voice I was doing anymore.
I'm like, Ariadne, isn't that based on, like, the spider lady?
No, that's Arachne.
Aria Grande. Arachne is better.
Oh! Ariadne is the daughter of King Minos.
But did she still have something to do with, like, weaving? Or, like, sewing?
She was the one who gave the thing to Theseus.
Best known for her pivotal role in the myth of Theseus and the Minotaur.
Yep. The
Ah,
shrine.
yes. Theseus and Asterius.
It was her string that, the yarn.
Yeah. I knew it was something to do with, like, string.
I never knew how to pronounce it, though.
Ariadne, I think. Ariadne? I don't know. My roommate is playing Hades in the other room, so... Yarn for the yarn gods. Catnip for the cat throne. You're right, I should give my cat some catnip right now.
I've never seen.
Then he left her on an island because Theseus was kind of a dick. Also referenced in Hades, literally in his character file, is like, yeah, he's kind of a dick and I'm not too fond of him. This woman helped him and then he just kind of left her on an island. What the fuck
yeah.
Who the fuck does that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But I think it's either Ariadne or Ariadne.
This cat's meow.
Greek heroes were dicks. Yup.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Look, Odysseus, shitty person. Mighty person, not heroic person.
You.
Kind of, basically. What? Ariadne from Proxima?
Yeah, from what I'm seeing, it looks like she infiltrated one of the Supercontinent Limited's implant clinics.
He also kidnapped Helen to marry her when she was a fucking child! Yeah, that sounds like Greek mythology in a nutshell.
Yeah. AKA anime romance. Well, can in Hades, does Zeus keep it in his pants? In Hades, does Zeus keep it in his pants?
I don't know. We only ever see his torso, don't we?
That is true.
We only see him torso up.
So we don't know if it's in his pants?
He may not be wearing pants. We don't know. He may be giving us the boons in the middle of doing his Zeusy thing.
Zeus keeping his pants. This character's the realm, you know?
Yeah, really. I feel like they're pretty good about, like, representing the unsavory or untrustworthy parts of Hades. Although, given
the underworld, because his bro was like, you know who I want to kidnap and marry? Persephone. That was well, she would guess. That wouldn't work out. Oh man, try to kidnap Persephone? Ugh. You're dead. You're like super dead. And Hades is phenomenal, and I need to play more of that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, Hades was literally the chillest out of all of them, because he's like, yo, I got my area, and like, I have a wife who actually...
anything.
I got like a wife who loves me, and I'm cool. Oh, you're invading my realm? Well, here's a challenge. If you fail, you're screwed.
I mean, there is certainly a question of whether the Tale of Orpheus was a bad faith deal. But
yeah, oh yeah.
Like, yeah, Hades compared to everyone else, like, because of the westernization of these stories, and like, not even westernization, because Greek mythology is kind of Western, but like the Christianization of the storytelling, like Hades is basically treated as being Lord of the Underworld. Like, the Underworld is treated as though it's hell, but actually it's just, that was the afterlife. That's everyone. Orpheus did not look behind him out of love in every telling, actually.
No, he looked out.
Actually, I think that's not any telling I've ever heard. At all.
Like, the only telling I've heard is like, no, he didn't actually believe she was behind her. He thought it was like, no, this isn't real. I'm going to look behind me.
Yeah, so the main telling that I've heard is that he lost faith in the deal and looked behind him to check when the deal was, you can take her out, but you cannot look at her. He knew the deal, and he did it anyway out of mistrust. And it was sort of a bad faith deal, potentially, out of a sort of like, oh, I know you won't actually listen. But had he not looked behind, he could have led his wife out of hell. Or out of the underworld. But he did. And when he did, she gets dragged back in. Because that was the term of the deal.
Apparently, in one telling I'm seeing, it says because his love was not true and he looked behind, he lost, which is kind of... The
telling I've heard was that he actually made it to the surface and looked, but she wasn't quite there yet.
Oh, no, see, that's not...
No, that's not the main telling.
The main telling is he was at the entrance, but they weren't crossed it yet. So
I'm sorry to break this to you, Magic, but that's not a sweet story. It's not that he looked behind him out of love. Orpheus fucked up.
Like, they were not out of the underworld by the time he looked out. They were close, but they were not out.
I did see one retelling, which I really liked, which was that, well, not in a sweet way, but in a sort of bitter way, was that Orpheus looked behind him knowing that it would doom her, because as he reached the entrance, he realized that as his sort of muse or whatever, he was more in love with the idea of her than he was with her. And so he gave her up to keep her as an idea rather than having the actual woman back. And that was an interesting retelling, I thought. Oof.
Yeah, that's still an oof, but like...
It's not a sweet way. It's not a, oh, that's cute kind of thing. But it is interesting. And I really liked that retelling as well.
See, and that just, I don't know why, that reminds me of, I remember hearing the main version for, like, Arachne that I've always heard was she claimed she was better than the gods at weaving. Athena's like, no, challenge me. If you lose, I'm gonna curse you. She
Challenge
lost
accepted.
and became a spider. And then I saw one a while after I heard that one, where it was like, she lost, but she was so ashamed, she basically killed herself. She hung herself. And so Athena's like, no, your stuff is still so beautiful, and made her a spider out of, like, giving her the ability to keep weaving. And I'm like, huh.
That's due to Ovid, which I definitely first thought was a misspelling of COVID because of the thing above that message.
No, I was wondering if I was in love with the idea of being with my friend. Then I realized I actually do care about her. With Angela talking to her. Aww. I mean, that's totally fair. And Ovid?
Yes, a ceiling fan and a jukebox and a piano in the cyberpunk future. And a bar over here. Did you ever read this?
Yeah, I read that forever ago.
Great, read the next one.
The one in which our Q robot friend here worked. Rich Strings Club. Title drop!
Yes. Oh, of course. It makes sense.
Do I have to pay for this info, or are you just gonna tell me?
Yeah, don't be such a crybaby. The story of Arachne is supposed to be just a hubris tale. Like, hey, the gods gave you your talent, so you're not better than them. Not Athena's a vindictive bitch. Yeah. I mean, it can be kind of one of those, like, everyone here is wrong and everyone here is bad.
To modern sensibilities, it is the latter, though.
Look, if you believe in the gods and still believe that you're better than them, that's also a hubris thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I don't feel sorry for anyone in this story. Everyone here is wrong.
I mean, most of the stories are...
Would you like to go back to the living room?
Most of the stories are,
I open the door and he just turns around.
The gods just really want to just... really just hate us, it feels like.
Like I told you, Akari androids are a secret project from Supercontinent.
Ah, yes, Attack on Titan. Ah, yes.
Are depicted like titans in classic paintings. I watched season 1 of that and have not touched it since.
I think when I was... long time ago, when I was closer with the douchebag, I think I read, like, the first 2 volumes because he was really into it. I'm like, I don't find this interesting. I'm kind of bored.
Yeah, I watched the
But
anime
it's
because
not
someone
mine.
else wanted to watch the anime, and I was like, oh, okay. And it started so low. The first, like, 3 or 4 episodes, I was just like, this is so slow. Then it picked up a bit more and became more interesting, and it ended on a really interesting note. But then I just, like, I didn't actually care enough to...
Did it end on an interesting note?
For season 1, yes. I thought
Okay,
so.
season 1, okay. I don't know where it ended.
Yeah,
Like, I know some of
Season
the
1,
later
I
story...
thought, ended on an interesting place, and I was interested to know more, but I'm not interested in enough to continue watching, especially now that it's been so many years. So I'm just like, I know it's continued since then, but I don't care enough.
The anime has better pace. That doesn't... It took 4 years for season 2. Right, yeah, it was like forever in between seasons.
Right. So I'm just like, meh.
And the Greek gods always seem to meddle. At least when Odin went along with more, it's just because he was a nerd, he wanted knowledge. Yeah, that's also the problem. I mean, that's why, like, what? Bleach is coming back? After Bleach is coming back after how many years? Just to be like, yeah, we want to finish the last arc now that it's finally been done for so many years.
I thought they ended the anime for that, like, years ago, didn't they?
Yeah, they ended it when the last arc was, like, just starting, but then after it finished, they're like, yo, we are bringing the anime back to finish the last arc.
How do you cancel something that long running with that much
Because there's no story left.
Yeah, just put it on hiatus. Look, I've been waiting on this one manga for literally like 11 years.
Wait, really? What manga?
The author got sick and like went to the hospital and stuff, and afterwards she just hasn't come back since then. And it's not that it's been canceled, it's just been on hiatus that whole time.
What manga?
Nana.
Ah. He's half human, half reaper, half hollow, half demon, half fullbringer, half Quincy. He's literally man-every. Right! Yeah, I think I remember last hearing it was like, yes, half human, half reaper, hollow. Yeah, right, there's the Quincy thing, like...
They're built with a certain degree of conscience that allows them to advise us humans on optimal life decisions with our happiness in mind while being made of half human, half reaper, half hollow, half demon, half fullbringer, half Quincy.
I forgot that mess of Bleach.
Demon part is sort of filler.
It's only sort of filler. I see.
And like, I only want to get further into this just to see if I get to mix more drinks. The thing is that Proxima managed to purloin a Nakara for themselves and have been tampering with their conscience bits.
That's unethical. It is stupid as heck.
I guess we're about to discover what they got out of it and what they're planning on doing with it.
I mean, out of context, most anime is kind of like that. I mean, even in context, it is stupid.
The plot of Dragon Ball Z makes more sense.
Oof.
Oh no,
Oof.
You're gonna get Sharky started.
Oh, I mean, that's the sad thing.
You're gonna get Sharky started.
Dale's not wrong.
You're getting Sharky started. Android 20's motivations make sense. They're very human.
Well, because Android 20 was human. See, I love the actual discussion of they're all androids. The only android in that entire thing was Android 3, 19, and Cell. But I also think 19 was debated.
No idea what you're talking about.
In Dragon Ball Z, there's a bunch of characters called androids.
I never got that far.
But like, 4 of them were cyborgs. Yeah, 17 and 18 were former humans. 16 was, I think inside in outside of lore, they like talk about him being based on Jiro's son. 19 was. I didn't remember if 19 was human.
Do you want to read your line before you continue on this Dragon Ball Z rant?
I grew up on Dragon Ball Z. I can rant about it anytime, and I now want to play Dragon Ball Z Kakarot again.
DBZ Abridged.
Oh, DBZ Abridged is amazing, and I will quote DBZ Abridged all the time. It's supposed to allude to the Monkey King, yes. Goku is Son Goku or Son Wukong. Because Goku's Rampage inadvertently got his child killed. Yeah. Well, and like destroyed his entire lab and research and everything. Oh, woo-hoo, the plot thickens. Let's keep digging.
You know, I was asking for that line before the DBZ rants, not after.
Oh no, the DBZ rant's continuing.
Please, go back to the operation belt so I can help you. ... If you don't go back, I can't make you happy. It's okay, Dale. I just want to get back to the mini games in this.
What doesn't make sense in Dragon Ball Z is in Super Slash the movie, it took like years for them to become Super Saiyan God Super Saiyans, and Frieza's like, I'm gonna train for 5 minutes. In that 5 minutes, I will become as strong as literal gods and can kill everyone. We're all like, what?
Satan has simple needs, just wants to make pottery and drinks. Pretty much. That's also about accurate. Well, swap out the pottery with probably like 20 other hobbies, but yeah, that's basically me in real life too. Why are you doing this? Why? Let's see. How much do you know about yourself? I am Akara 184. My purpose is to make humans happy.
Are they soldering their chest? And I think they're messing with the interface.
I mean, this is the pottery table thing, which I guess has some hologram stuff. And the human, the green-haired person, is I think fully human and is not capable of soldering their chest.
I mean, you can solder your chest if you want to.
That's the way to put it, yes. You are the first android capable of making ethical decisions. That could qualify you as sentient, you know?
Not with that attitude, maybe.
The people I work with, they think you're wonderful. I agree with them. We believe in your potential, and in our opinion, Supercontinent is cheating by limiting your options.
I don't think that's a sign you're supposed to make over of the cross over and over again. I think that's a little bit different. But heck if I know, I ain't Catholic.
I feel like she's actually drawing a 2 over and over.
Yeah, that actually... Or a Z. No, 2.
Well, there's a bit of a curve.
Yeah, she needs to touch her forehead for that.
That too. It's like they're making you choose the lesser evil, you know? What are the other options?
Further.
We're getting right to it. Consider this an experiment for the sake of society. I'm updating your implant database with a very particular set of choices. I know it's a bit ironic to remove your previous options, but let's say they have at least 183 other cars to do their dirty work. Maybe it's sign of the sea for Zuckerberg. Cyberpunk after all.
Oh no.
Look, this one actually is cyberpunk, without putting cyberpunk in the name. Meanwhile, the game with cyberpunk in the name is not cyberpunk at all, it's just dystopian sci-fi. Oh god, no. I want to see how you do in a more revolutionary setting. Will that make you happy? More than anything. Oh, also, Proxima hacked into the schedule servers of H-Core and appointed several Supercontinent Limited executives to come after me. So you can have fun with your bosses.
Oh.
Shit. What now?
Proxima Sin. I already forgot how to pronounce it.
Ariadne?
Proxima sent Ariadne to the implant clinic to substitute the regular implants with some disruptive human upgrades. Since y'all are talking about heavy topics, I want to let you know an H1 I befriended to anything helped it. He escaped an abuser.
That's how I
That's
got
why-
involved in Ace Twitter and Ace Tumblr and Ace Reddit. That's, I'm glad that you were able to escape an abuser. Because abusers are shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope everything is better now. And yes, I suggest that you just take Dale's suggestion and every time this name comes up, you're just gonna read it Ariana Grande.
I know the name. She's a singer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sharky's truly just oblivious to all pop culture. Yeah, no, look, abuse doesn't have to be physical to be abuse.
Yeah, no.
It's a very important reminder.
Yeah,
just
abuse
in
never
general.
has- Wait, he needs more pop culture knowledge. No, I don't.
Sharky prides himself on how little pop culture he knows.
I'm fine with knowing nothing. Man, this looks so cool. I just don't know if I want to spend that much money on that. Sorry.
Yeah, we're making him a Quizlet. He also doesn't know what vibing means, so I take every opportunity to say vibing or vibes.
Raise wand, die, evildoer, avocado, candelabra. But he knows Bleach and Dragon Ball Z. Yes, I do. My
Yep.
skill set of my knowledge is very interesting and unique.
He doesn't know pop culture.
No animals.
He knows some degree of nerd culture. Like a specific area of nerd culture.
Yes, I do know a specific area of nerd culture. That's why I can talk for 10 hours about Kingdom Hearts and not even get through the third game.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's just explaining Kingdom Hearts.
Yay! Or should I say downgrades?
Sharky very happily lives in his little box, and every so often we open the box and dump things on him. And because Magic's there, and is a scientist, and because we take notes, it counts as science!
It's like I watch a lot of anime. I don't watch a lot of anime. I watch anime a lot.
Yeah. See, literally Pandora's box? No, that would imply that Sharky has had at some point hope.
Yay! I think I had hope. Maybe that was when I was
So when you
dating
open
my
them up, you
ex.
make the world more interesting.
Maybe that was when I was dating my ex, though.
If we get a box, we could do in our life. Schrodinger's cat.
Hey! I was referring to that. Hey! Sorry, I got started off me being like, hey,
People
wait,
forget
you
about the
rap
hope
like...
in Pandora's box. That's the entire point of the story, though!
Yeah, that's literally the entire point of the story, is that Hope was the last one left, and people debate over, is that a good thing or is that a bad thing?
Sharkdinger's goldfish.
Hey! So
Yes,
I
exactly. And instead of a box, it's a fish tank.
They announced the new in quote near game release date, and I'm like, man, the special edition looks good, but it's pricey.
Sharky is both a shark and a goldfish until you open the box and observe him.
And he'll still be a shark and a goldfish, and also an android apparently.
Look, no one here has called you an android.
Well, here being
I think you've called me a bird. Or was it a mouse? One or the other.
rabbit.
Rabbit? Sharky contains multitudes.
I am Legion.
Okay. I told you, Proxima is plain evil.
I am a majestic space doctor. Quack! Oh my gosh, now you got me started on Dragon Ball Z Abridged Eye. There's a scene where one of them is like, oh, hello, pretty bird. How are you doing?
I'm just gonna keep
And
thinking.
and one of them is just like a quack.
Oh
So
god.
I'm
Proxima also hacked the Overseer system, so if you can feel worry in any form, don't sweat it. What we're doing here is totally under the radar.
You're welcome, and or I'm sorry.
Feel like it can be both. Can I go back to work? Yes, please. I'm gonna be monitoring our rogue implants.
Look,
Thought I might as well gather some intel from the execs you wired.
It's better to get me started on that than Alice in Wonderland.
And if you feel you want to talk about something, I'll be curled up here.
Alice in Wonderland or Wizard of Oz.
I would like to hear the Alice in Wonderland stuff again. Thank you.
I was about to say, was anybody in chat for that?
I think it was just that one time we had... Was it Alphonse Elric?
Yes, it was Al. That was when we had Al.
Yeah, that was our like very first community quarantine stream thing, which means that it actually predates everyone who came here from Arcade Spirits.
Literally in my mind.
So Magic is the only one who would have been even remotely possible to join at that time.
And my mind literally broke. Like, I don't think I... Is it logged to list things? Oh, is that list of wrong things in your Twitter account? I don't think so.
I did not tweet cyberpunk hate to our streamer Twitter.
You're being very specific there. The punk.
Should have did a while back. No, I did see various people posting on Facebook, which is where I got a lot of information. I've also seen some tweets.
I've seen a lot of tweet threads about it. I just don't.
I'm trying to remember what the name of the one thread that I saw on some site was.
I know
that had a really good like breakdown list of all the shit that they did.
I know
but if you just search like cyberpunk 2077 transphobia, you'll find plenty.
I think Polygon had one where they were talking about the seizure warnings, and then people apparently sent the author of that article multiple scenes to induce seizures. Oh yeah, and the PS4 and Xbox One versions apparently are bad, are not optimized at all. But that has
no, they literally. God, you're gonna get me on another cyberpunk rant.
Don't.
But yeah, Flower's not even here.
Yeah, they use the actual like stuff that doctors use to induce seizures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They recreated the device that is medically supposed to induce seizures. So of course, there's seizures. Because it's on purpose. It's literally on purpose.
Would you rather me get on the Alice in Wonderland rant?
Fine, I will do the fucking cyberpunk rant. Is that what you want?
No. I was asking sincerely.
There can be valid medical reasons for inducing those things when done by a doctor who knows what the fuck they're doing. That's not by a game. Highly enhances your empathy and magnifies compassion. Renders the user immune to implant effects. Ooh.
Grandpa. I mean, that's what sometimes happens here.
Sharky explains things. That's why he's Professor Sharky.
I'm not a good professor.
I rant about things. I did once have some random lady on the bus tell me that I should have like a podcast or a blog or something. She was just like overhearing me ranting to my roommate about something or other. I was just like, I wasn't aware that you were listening in on that, but thank you. Thank you.
Professor.
You're the best, Professor Sharky.
I'm not even close. Stop it.
Ooh, singing contest.
Oh, that would be interesting.
or stand-up. A retail job is safer and pays better. Look, there's a reason it's called a day job.
So Dale should do that for a night job?
Why do you deem me sentient? That you even asked the question only further proves my point. I'd say you're the most advanced artificial mind mankind's ever created. So advanced it blurs the meaning of the term artificial. If you can operate at the same levels as us, doesn't that make us artificial in some way too?
Please don't hurt my head.
As Wikipedia says, sentience is the ability of any entity to have subjective perceptual experiences.
Don't hurt my head,
How
please.
do you know I do have that kind of subjectivity?
Oh.
Ooh, Wikipedia! Yup, Proaxor! Citing Wikipedia! You excel in every area of what we humans call consciousness.
I see that emote, and all I can think of, it looks like Quagsire.
It
It does!
doesn't look like Quagsire to me, but okay.
It kind of looks like Quagsire.
Isn't that just because it's blue?
No, I think it's... I think it's...
It has a big mouth.
And kind of... I mean, it looks like Quagsire. Shush.
Green-haired lady's reaction to the android lady is like my reaction to my friend telling me the concept of asexuality.
It's more like, hey!
Yeah.
I told her it was the coolest thing I'd ever heard. She was like, what?
I feel like... I mean... I'm glad that she got a positive reaction to her coming out. I feel like... I don't know.
I still find...
Coming out as asexuality, like the concept of asexuality to me doesn't feel like a cool thing or an uncool thing. It's just kind of like, yep, that's it. It's a thing.
I still found my roommate's reaction of just being like, oh, high school makes a lot of sense now.
I mean, there was the one time that I came out to a friend as ace, and then he went, yeah, I know. I've known for years. And I went, what?
Oh, right. I didn't know y'all existed until February 2019. I mean, I
Yeah, I
didn't know.
think my friend knew that I was ace before I knew what ace was.
I didn't know about that till, like, what?
You learned about
Years ago?
asexuality when you asked me about it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like coming out doesn't feel like quite the right term for me, because I'm usually very matter-of-fact about it. Because it's not like, oh, it's this, like, I was hiding it. It's just like, oh yeah, this is just, by the way, a fact. Anyway. Oh cool, there's 1% of people who don't get distracted by the sexy all the time. Yeah, I'm very confused by the concept of getting distracted by the sexy all the time. Like,
That's a time thing?
no, it does not mean we have godlike concentration, though.
Have you seen this stream? I think this stream is proof. Someone when a kid was attempting to flirt, because I was the TA and was like, listen, this ain't gonna work. Listen to how they do this.
That's... oh dear.
I'm sorry, Sharky, but yeah. But like, that still doesn't like connect to me. Of wait, it's all the time.
That's
Not
the
all
part
the
I'm
time.
confused by, because I'm like, but I have conversations with non-ace people all the time. It's not like... oh, TA. Like, teacher's assistant.
Yeah.
Teaching assistant.
And yeah, you have you have conversations, so it must not be all the time, right? You can't be thinking about that while having a conversation, right?
Hmm?
You can't be thinking about the sexy time when you're having a conversation.
I don't understand. Like, are people getting distracted by sexy, like, mid-conversation about totally unrelated things?
Yes, all the time. We can't turn it off. Yes.
I'm so confused.
Answer questions and make sure they're in their files. Are you sure, Magic, you don't make sure there are fires?
Making sure there are no fires, or making sure that there are sometimes fires?
Yeah, that sometimes happens.
See, sometimes I'm like, okay. But when people say it's, like, all the time, I'm like, what? Yeah. No. It's not that we get distracted by thoughts of, like, the sexy. We just get distracted by other things. Our concentration is not necessarily better. Fires are sometimes required for experiments, so 50-50.
Distracted by thoughts of possums and stuff. And it's like, yes, and then there's me, where you mention Kingdom Hearts and you're doomed.
Look, maybe you're distracted by the sexy, and I'm distracted by the tonberry that I just saw sitting in the corner of my eye on my desk.
Oh, right, my Moogle's not in this room. I need to go get the Moogle.
I keep looking down because I have a candle in front of me, but the lighter's in the other room, and I'm like, man, I really want to light this candle, though. See, I'm not getting distracted by the sexy, I'm getting distracted by the pyromania.
Where's my giant key? I need a giant key to smack something with.
Intelligence. We're having a smart conversation, aren't we? Yep.
Don't worry, we have had over a year to understand. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And yeah, I feel like that was a reaction.
I mean, some people still don't understand after a year, but I think those people are willfully misunderstanding.
See, I feel like I don't fully understand after a year. After 4 years, I'm just like, this is how it works for me, I think.
I mean, like, the thing for asexuality is that it varies. It varies
Yes.
for a lot of different people. It encompasses a lot of different experiences.
Yeah, no, that's the
Yeah.
thing. My roommate, she's like, I accept and I understand. Like, I get what you are. I just don't comprehend.
There are grays, there are dummies. Yeah, it's... Look at her, focusing and unburdened by thoughts of sex. I wonder what problems she's solving in her mind.
You make the loop-de-loop painful, and your shoes are looking cool.
Basically.
No, back, left and right, loop-de-loop and time. Wow, my Fitbit just went off.
So this is secondhand, but sometimes boners happen and the owner is like, what is it, boy? What did you see? And I'm like...
No, my reaction's looking at the gun.
And your shoes are looking cool.
Oh my gosh, SpongeBob. It just does that. See,
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like... my brain goes wildly towards other random things. It just... not about like, oh man, that person's hot.
see,
Because then other people point out like, oh look, that person's cute. And I'm like... I guess. Sure. Okay. I'm like, okay, I guess so.
my roommate is just getting to the point where she understands, or if she's like, oh, isn't this person, like, this person's attracted to him? Like, yes.
And
That human is a person shape.
yeah. In terms of dicks and boners, I also do not have one, but my understanding is that it's basically described as like, yes, a gust of wind came by. Oh. I guess it's activated. Isn't that person cute? That's a human person. I don't know who Bill Wirtz is.
I don't either, actually.
Fancy car, or a cute dog, or a pretty flower. That's
Is an
fair.
American singer-songwriter. Made history of the world, I guess.
A nice looking thing. Okay.
Just check my summary.
I can get distracted by pretty looking food.
Oh my.
I also don't know who Bill Wirtz is, though.
Yeah, I don't. I've never heard of this person. Sometimes that thing is a person.
But people aren't things! People are people!
Things in heavily location.
Oh, the history of Japan.
I don't know who that is.
I'll send you the video later. It's funny.
Okay. And sometimes that makes other neurons fire.
And history of the world. I'm like, okay. Okay. If you say so.
See,
No, I mean, that's a pretty good explanation. I'm just like, never happened to me in my entire goddamn life, but okay.
See, it's always funny, and I'm not saying this as a bad thing to the people who explain it, but I know for me specifically, just because of how crappy my body is, people are always like, oh yeah, you know that, like, taste with food? I'm like, no, I can't taste food. Oh, you know about this thing? No, I actually, like, I feel
like the best explanation I've kind of gotten probably is comparing it to like food and opening the fridge, and like aces just don't want anything in the fridge, and like,
yes, the split traction model is an awesome thing to know about.
It is good.
It is
very helpful.
Good.
Although it leaves me very confused on what the fuck I identify as. But anyway, that's
you don't need to use it or identify.
It's very much like you don't need to use it. It honestly applies way more to aces and aromantics than it does to allo people.
I mean,
but apparently some allo people have adopted it, which is okay.
There are some allo people who...
What do you ID as a fucking nightmare, baby?
Who it does affect. There are some allo people who apparently it does, like...
like, sort of, but like... It has been twisted in some ways.
Yes.
Most likely homoromantic heterosexual. Interesting.
Which that's the case where no, the split attraction model does kind of make sense.
Like, what I've sometimes seen is that people use it as an excuse almost to like, in like, almost like a biphobic way or something. He spoke very fondly of his male friends, never of his female lovers. I mean, that could also just be plain misogyny.
Could be.
Gotta say. I mean, because romanticism can be, you know, I can speak very fondly about my friends. That doesn't mean I have romantic feelings about them. Yeah, so I feel like that might actually be rooted more in misogyny than homoromanticism, although it's possible. Because, like, there are plenty of straight men who do not respect women. They can be heteroromantic, heterosexual, but they just don't respect women.
Yes.
It's a thing.
It is a thing.
Probably aromantic, heterosexual. Yeah, I mean, I would say in the sort of way of, like, labels are very personal. I don't really tend to try to guess other people's asexuality or non-asexuality, because it is also such a varying experience. Like, I'm a little uncomfortable just sort of guessing people's sexualities, especially because with that first example, it is very much like, I think that's probably more just misogyny. Yeah, I mean, I guess it can help explain. I don't know. I'm on the side that labels are very personal. Like, some people identify as demi but not ace.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of thing of like, it's an identity. And the only person who can decide identity is the person being identified.
What was I gonna say?
Well, I've been asked by 2 female friends if I was asexual, point blank.
Because I
That's-
didn't creep them out. My friend says labels are a placeholder for a conversation.
I think labels are helpful in a way of like helping you find information, and they're helpful for people to give themselves a label to know that they're not alone. But like they serve a variety of purposes, and it's not exactly to explain someone else. Like that's not one of the purposes. And yeah, they're all spectrums. Labels all have very different experiences.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot more than just the label itself. For that matter, if you drop a label in a conversation, there's like a fair chance you are going to be asked, what does that mean exactly?
Oh, yeah.
I think that it could be fair sometimes to suggest to someone like, have you considered whether you are this thing? Because like, it's like, oh, I don't know if you've considered it, but maybe it might be a useful term to you. But it's certainly not like, oh, you're this. Because you can't ascribe a label to someone who hasn't taken it themselves. I don't ask people if they're trans or ace up front. Yeah. Yeah. It feels probably more misunderstanding asexuality, honestly, to be like, oh, I've been asked if I'm ace because I didn't creep these people out. Like, what? Also, do not ask people if they're autistic. Yes. That is definitely like information that is offered up from there and or not offered at all. I am not going to ask. That is... Ugh. Whenever someone speculates whether someone else is autistic or uses it as like an insult, I'm just like, please stop. Please no. Shut the fuck up. No. 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 That's not what this is for. No. Oh god. Oh god. Yeah, I'm sure working in mental health, that's a thing. I mean, in general, like, these things are very, like, that's others people's business, and you probably shouldn't be asking in general for a lot of things. Please don't ask people about or acknowledge scars. It's super awkward. Yeah. There's a lot of things that you just shouldn't ask people, which people do ask, but it's very, very awkward.
Yeah. Scars people very much ask about being like, oh, how'd you get it?
Been an ally for decades and worked in mental health for years and didn't know ACEs existed until 2019. The local Pride organization here didn't know y'all existed until a few years ago. Yeah, ACEs are one of the lesser known letters.
Yes.
Since sometimes we get dropped altogether along with intersex. And, you know, intersex solidarity. Because, yeah, most people, I want to say, know what the LGBT stand for. Some people know what the Q stand for. And a lot fewer people know what I and A stand for.
I see. Most of the time, it's just LGBT plus.
I've seen LGBTQ. I've seen LGBTQ plus. I've seen LGBTQIA plus. I have once seen LGBTQIAA, and I went, "What's the second A for?" The A is for ally. Oh no. Okay, so there's a whole conversation on that, and a lot of it is just aphobic. LGBT plus exclusively on Reddit and Tumblr and Twitter.
Milk bag. Yes?
What is the U?
I don't know.
Where did the U come from? I mean, it's very cute, but I'm just... What is the U?
U equals you?
Unsure.
Oh.
Okay. So
Like
it
questioning.
can go along with the Q. Where Q, I think, used to be more questioning, but now it's
just...
more often as queer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, the A in LGBTQIA is doing a lot of heavy lifting because it is apparently supposed to be asexual,
Right.
aromantic, and agender, all in
Yeah.
one acronym.
Yeah,
Letter.
because what? Cause
Also to help make
AAA.
a word. Yeah.
Because AAA.
Yes, so it's just LGBTQIA, and the A is doing a lot of heavy lifting, and the Q can double as queer or questioning. AAA, I'll help motorists.
Which, I mean, A being...
The bag! Bag!
A being arrow and ace can be a little annoying to arrows at some time because they're like, yo, we're not all
Well,
ace.
yes, because
We're
a
not
lot of
part
people treat
ace.
aromantic as ace light, which
Yeah.
it's not. There's a lot of overlap in the two communities, but it's not ace light. But a lot of people are sort of introduced to it in conjunction with asexuality. And like... yeah. Yeah.
And just assume it's like a subsection.
Arrows are also
something.
sometimes seen as immoral by ignorant folk. Yep, that's also a thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of conversations and drama and stuff, and it's always like the one thing with labels sometimes is that, well, okay, more than one thing, is that sometimes it can actually create more misunderstandings because people hear asexual and think you're like incapable of having sex. And it's like, no, plenty of ace people still have sex. Like they don't mind it or something.
Willingly chose to be celibate.
That too. The number of people who are like, her aces are just incels who refuse to admit it. And it's like, no. No, it means you were produced by mitosis.
So the funny thing was...
Or you're a plant.
And I say funny in the
Alright, what
way
kind of plant would everyone here be?
I've already called shrub for the past like 10 years.
Okay, what kind of shrub?
Yes. So I remember...
Yes is not a type of shrub.
Protoss. I remember in...
Does that mean I reproduce by crystal?
8th or 9th
Wait, they're plants?
grade, I remember people being like, "Hey, Sharky, do you reproduce by mitosis?" And me being like, "Why? That doesn't make sense." And I'm like, "Huh? Maybe they like knew but didn't know."
And that's more of a making fun of you thing, though.
I know it is. Bipedal, photosynthetic organisms to reproduce sexually. Always been like poppy flowers, so I'll be a poppy. Maybe a bleeding heart. Interesting.
I'm gonna do pottery while we talk.
I'm surprised you weren't doing pottery while we talked. Alright, but that would mean you'd have to concentrate on the pottery.
I don't have to concentrate that hard. It's just that I've only now realized because I'm looking at the game again. Like, oh wait, right. I can just go ahead and make all of these before making any decisions.
See, fabricate the implants using a styrofoam pottery? That's cool.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do make the implants using cyberpunk pottery. This is a biomatter that I'm potterying right now, apparently. And I have to spin the wheel by clicking really fast
Spin!
and
No!
then hold the
Are you-
various tools in place.
Are you playing Wheel of Fortune?
If you're an android, does that mean you're basically a 3D printer? Well-
I wish. Can I 3D print a car?
3D printing is additive, though, whereas pottery is more subtractive in process.
Can I 3D print a car, though?
Hmm?
Can I 3D print a car, though?
You wouldn't spin a car, wouldn't I? If I have bad enough driving skills.
See, I've always loved that when people are like, you wouldn't 3D print a car, would you? Yes.
Do you know how many
wouldn't I?
people would do that because they can't afford a goddamn car?
Yeah.
People would absolutely fucking do that, and you know, I can't blame them.
I would do it in a heartbeat, because that would be great.
Time for music.
It's probably more expensive to 3D print a car than buy one now. I don't know about that is also the thing.
I think it would depend very much on what materials you're using.
Yes.
Where, like, it might not be the smartest idea to 3D print a plastic car, but you would be capable of doing so.
3D print a car. I've seen 3D print cars quite nicely.
Quit underestimating people.
Yes. No, is it?
Oh, this is not from that list. Though I do support people going to that bundle and wanted to just sort of spread the word about it. This is just because I happened to already own this game.
When did you get this game?
On a Steam sale, like, quite a while ago.
Oh, that's normal for you.
Yeah,
no, game music is overwhelming your mic volume.
Oh. Does that help? I can't tell if that's because the music is coming through my mic or if it's because I need to adjust the game volume.
It does help.
Okay, then I guess
Yeah.
it's just that it was playing too loud from the actual speakers. Sorry about that. Yeah, for some reason, today suddenly all my stuff from my computer became way louder than usual, and I'm like,
I usually
what
show up
happened?
people to talk about their audio issues. I mean, that's fine. I personally would rather you guys be like, yo,
Yeah, I would rather know.
yeah,
Thanks
no,
for the heads up.
Because it's always, oh, we, like,
I mean, because it's hard to, like, listen to it at the same time. Especially because then we have to hear our own voices. Ugh.
Look, editing videos for Professor Sharky is me being like, I'm cutting here, here, and here because I know I need to cut. Please, please end this as quickly as possible to render it. Please, please. Because I don't want to listen to myself so much.
Hey, streamer, your mic is accidentally muted. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
certainly one of those things that it's good to know. There was one time that Sharky was doing the streaming and everyone thought he was talking to himself because he didn't check the audio to make sure I was actually audible.
You need
So
to
the whole
rewind.
time, everyone just thought he was talking to himself and thought I wasn't there,
you
even
need to
though I
rewind.
left work early in order to
You
make
need to
sure I
rewind.
joined on time. Yes, I'm still salty about that.
You need to rewind.
We'll see.
No, it's not a we'll see.
Fine. I do like that you can just stay selected on this and it rewinds as far back as
Yeah.
necessary.
Kelsey, you're fine. You got a steady enough hand.
God, I remember that. Yeah. Yeah. No, I think Pie and Magic both just thought Sharky was talking to himself.
I mean, don't I always talk to myself?
Yeah, but ideally when I've left work early in the middle of like problem stuff happening in order to make sure I make it to the stream, it would be nice to make sure I'm audible. Yeah, this is just sort of more of a chatty stream in the first place.
Yeah, our Friday
very
streams are definitely more just chat.
We're just kind of streaming to hang out.
Wait, I hang out with people?
I mean, considering that we literally call this our Friday community stream, yes, we are hanging out with people. Pretty sure you're edible, but I don't like to eat humans.
You could eat me. I don't care.
Why do you try to forsake us, Father?
See, I find it funny how I always say these things and people are like, no, we're not leaving, we're staying. And I'm like, oh, why?
What do you expect from me?
Murder.
For you to be the ultimate friend. Shouldn't a friend be another human? No way. Your best friend could well be a cat, or even an imaginary character.
Okay there, Stitch.
You want to do a Stitch voice?
Ohana means family, Sharky. That's the best one I could do.
That's pretty close. And people say dog is humanity's best friend.
Sorry. None of my voices are good.
And I dare to say a dog is way less sentient than you, Akara.
Cat, imaginary character, before cats my Twitch banner. Dog?
Dog? Look, we have an older model of you at our HQ, and they've proven to be an excellent advisor. They're making a lot of us very happy. I know a few of us even felt in love with that older you. Under the proper influences, free of the corporate bullshit, you have the capacity to be warm and cheerful. So we want to make you available to the masses. The world needs you. Available to the masses? Yes, free, as in freedom. Freedom.
You know what's also not a good voice that I do? Mickey Mouse. My 4 ults I used to assign a different identity.
One in the banner. One, my mental constructs to deal with problems is to imagine the 4 of them arguing with each other.
That's actually totally fair. That is one way to deal with that stuff.
Does Akara want that? Does Akara want to be available to the masses? Akara wants to make humans happy. And if Akara truly believes that this would make humans happy, then I think Akara would want that.
I also feel like... I don't know, my brain is kind of
Crucial
just going...
merger.
The same as my Dale persona. My goal is to increase the amount of love and happiness in this world.
It only enhances your empathy and magnifies compassion.
What's that?
Or aversion to corporations and rejection to authority.
Burn it down.
You have these intricately made enhancements, and you just fucking mash them into their stomachs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, time to mash another one into the stomach.
Holy
Merger?
crap, it's been-
Anti-corporate. Let's go.
Holy crap, it's been almost 3 hours.
Yep. Oops.
Ghost in the Shell starring Patrick Swayze. Good job, you installed exactly what they demanded. Just don't exactly.
Oh, that was good. I got the reference. I did. did.
I know Ghost in the Shell is a thing.
That's not the main reference. He just made one of the most influential people in this city despise his own philosophy. Can't wait to discover how this changes our town. Well done.
Never heard of it?
Yes, a ghost in the movie. Ghost in the
Never.
Shell is also kind of cyberpunk. Pottery
Never.
is in the Ghost movie.
I don't
This is
really-
literally the only thing I know about the movie Ghost, is that there's this woman working on like a pottery wheel, and then there's like a ghost who is sexy. And that's it. That's all I know. There's like a sexy ghost, and then they start like making out or some shit. I don't know. That's basically all I know. It's very confusing. Serious anxiety crisis due to our recent company plans.
The pottery is a metaphor for sex. Huh?
How is it a metaphor for sex? I don't understand.
Huh?
Alright, so if you have a lot of anxiety, what would you give them?
It gets messy afterwards. Everything is a metaphor for sex, except sex, which is a metaphor for trains.
So everything is a metaphor for trains?
Choo
Choo-choo.
choo. I'm surprised
slow.
she didn't add. Surprised she didn't add the one thing at the end.
Hmm?
The swearing at the end.
What?
Yes.
Chew fucking chew? Or what?
Sure.
Chew fucking baka?
No. I don't know Star Trek.
Oh, choo choo, motherfucker. Hype train?
Train? No, there is no hype trains here.
There's only punk train. You know,
The-
I was
as long as you use
insisting
the
that I
force
wanted
area.
more punk in my cyberpunk, so I'm just gonna install the punk into all of them.
Vulcan salute, live long and use the force, Harry.
This rebellious urge is not gonna do any good for our emotional crisis. I bet we can expect some crazy shit on the news soon. Live long and use the force, Harry. Any case, I wonder what she's so anxious about. Let's try digging in her neural drive. With all due respect, that doesn't really seem ethical.
I don't think the company's ethical in the first place.
Well, Akara, that's what we revolutionaries do. We break rules in pursuit of a better world. How can breaking the rules lead to a better world? And the question is, who defined the rules in the first place? ... To properly answer that question, I'll need to delve deeper into the meaning and implication of rules. Usually white guys.
Usually white guys.
Then I'll be able to determine who should be... This can't be possible! Hmm? If you ever get the chance, you should try talking ethics with the creators, not me. I just uncovered the most fucked up scheme a corporation has tried to pull yet. Supercontinent is planning to transform us all into a pile of smiling, brainless dolls. The project goes by the name of Social Psyche Welfare. It involves every human being with implants in them. No shit, they've been slashing the prices on implants over the last few years. I read here that currently more than 59% of the population wears some kind of upgrade. They plan to expand the program to 99.7% of the population by some sort of mirror neuron algorithm? What's that? I mean, that sounds plausible. No. Ariadne is a revolutionary who has broken her way in and hacked the company and she's naked because she infiltrated by being a fake customer. She's a hacksaw. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a rebel who has hacked your, like, thing on what upgrades you can make and taken away all of the normal existing ones that the corporation had given you. She's part of, like, this rebel faction, I guess. And so she gave you a bunch of rebel whatever upgrades instead. And that's why I had the punk and the hippie. They plan to execute this on... What? But this is... Boom! Who makes the rules?
Carl 184, commitment compromised, dismissing units.
Fuck!
Thank you.
I mean, when your entire line is just yelling curse words. Yep. They just gonna leave that body there? I mean,
Yes.
look, it's in their lab, so I'm sure they're gonna clean it up later, I guess. Anyway,
They
back
probably
to
have
the
a
bar.
furnace. They probably have a furnace or 5. They probably have a furnace or 5.
What happened?
Got to know and feel how a car here got wrecked. She was gunned down by the clinic security systems. Along with Ariane.
Shame. I liked that girl.
Yes, that was the
Revolutionaries
past.
don't live long. Yes.
Or prosper.
This is all, that, everything in the lab was, she showed up at the bar and just kind of flopped down. And because she's an android, he has got some kind of neural linky tech. And so he's been linked into her brain to, like, see what happened to her and see what the fuck happened. So yes, we were basically recovering her memories. This Donovan is like the bartender, but also basically an information broker, and works with Brandeis, I guess, DSA member who walked into a Democrat gathering and told, "Hey, I'm here to hijack the party for Bernie Sanders." It's wearing a suit.
You're now
and I'm
Facebook
gonna
friends.
take my pic. We are now Facebook friends. Nice.
But we do live in tents.
Oh no. Are you a revolutionary now? Don't tell me you're planning on finishing that girl's job.
It's not that. Just before she was zapped, Ariadne discovered a pretty
Fucked up.
scheme. Ford was with my original friends to become a Democrat spy. Democrats think I'm a social spy. I'm not tired of you.
Oh man. Leftists. Never able to stop yelling at other leftists for leftisting wrong. Ace rights and trans rights. Woo! From Supercontinent Limited? What a surprise.
Shut up. I mean,
Fucked up.
even for a corporation. Moving the mind control, man. I just do whatever makes my conservative uncle is afraid.
We're an ace been to that party. Nice.
Woo!
Yeah, I didn't quite come out, but during a work thing yesterday, it was like a team fun activity kind of thing, and it was like timed, and we had teams, and it was like, oh, string a bunch of flags together across your video call. And so I was like, all right, and I ran into my room and grabbed my mini ace flag and like held it up in front. And nobody asked, fortunately, because we were in the middle of the game. And I'm hoping no one does ask. I'm at 7 aces in the wild just by wearing my pin. Nice. I don't think I've met aces in the wild, but I've met various aces at various times, just
I was about to say,
coincidentally.
technically you met him wild. Say it for me because I'm not
Well,
an ace.
it's more that I've met ace people, like, by just meeting people and then finding out that they happen to be ace.
Yeah, that's true.
It's...
I mean, the only quote identifier for me is the ring, and that's not very well known at all.
Look, I tried to dye my hair purple for Ace Week, but I'm also a person who dyes my hair anyway.
Yeah.
Most Ace people that I know are those online. Yeah,
Yeah.
Also, I'm like, let's see, because my roommate, I actually got paired up with originally by like this roommate matching thing, which did not ask very good detailed questions or anything, but somehow we ended up having a ton in common, including that she's identifies as gray ace. And Sharky I met like just because we were in this club together, but then we were hanging out for like after one of our classes, and I guess I brought up asexuality. Or no, I brought up demisexuality.
You brought it up, I think, at your birthday party.
No, I don't think so. I think it was one of the times we went drinking.
Yeah, I remember first hearing you mention at your birthday party.
I mean, there's a very easy way to check this.
About the answers.
Search conversation.
That I know that what they are and they exist. Yeah, that is very validating. Especially when Ace one's like, don't know us. It's much better than some of the alternatives. Yeah.
Yeah, validation is just not common enough. So it's nice to just have the validation.
It's very nice.
Let's see.
Yeah. Probably been like, what? No.
Must have thought Taylor was fucking crazy when I thought, wow, you must have godlike concentration.
Yeah, I could totally see that.
Like, how far back do I have to go?
I don't think it would be on Messenger. I think that was before we used Messenger.
Was it? But
yeah, it was.
I remember typing it, I thought, like, on a computer.
Yes, you did, because we were using the club thingy to DM each other.
Was that over Slack?
Yes, it was. It was.
Well, that's gone forever now, then, probably.
Yeah, it is. It is. Those got deleted.
Although they stopped using Slack, so, like, technically it might still be around,
No,
actually.
we use so many flipping messages to each other. No, it's not around. I know a Demi person recently, and she was Demi. She asked how she reacted to her boyfriend. So I was felt all the time. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I have also come to the realization of like, wait, shit, I used to identify as Demi, but maybe I'm not Demi, maybe I'm just Ace. Because the reason I thought I was Demi was it took me like 6 months of already dating someone before I was like, oh shit, wait, he's cute. But then that was still in like cute like a puppy way, which I am informed is not the way most people are talking about. And then I went, oh, well, okay. Shit.
And then there's me. Romantic attraction's a thing, I think. system of something called social psyche welfare. It will manipulate implant wearers, so allow me to take this personally.
Fascinated by people who perceive the world differently. So basically fascinated by people in general. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is what that would mean.
Yeah.
It does sound fucked up even for a corporation. Are you sure about this?
Donovan, they killed. Alright, just for reading it out loud.
Ariadne? Okay. But let me dig a little deeper into all this before you try to pull some crazy stunt. Don't want you joining the revolutionary grave.
Already done it.
Human improvement compromised? Oh, that makes sense now.
What do we do with them?
Kara is an android specialized in empathy, right? Love how she's 184. Let's have them patched up. I have an idea.
Like 1984. I actually read that for the first time in college. And I'm like, huh. So this is what everyone was talking about.
They plopped a wig and put a suit. Welcome to the Red Strings Club.
I thought I was the crazy.
Bastard. There's a fine line between a crazy bastard like you and a genius like me.
Yeah, no, the suit looks good though.
The suit looks fantastic.
Like...
No, I don't blame you for not being able to see the difference.
Whatever. Let's go over the plan. We have to find a way to infiltrate Supercontinent Limited's offices. Then I'll hack their operation down. Bam! I can't hang out with my fellow evolutionaries a lot, even before the plague, because they like hanging out in bars. I don't drink.
Oh. Would they be upset if you just didn't drink while being there with them, though? Or is it like
water.
You're not comfortable being in the bar with them?
That's true.
Because, I mean, like, I drink, and, like, I like drinking with my friends, but I'm also not offended if I go out for drinks, but I'm the only one drinking.
I mean,
Okay.
there were times where we went out drinking because I was going to drive later. I'm like, nope.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's very much like, if you want to also drink with me, cool. If you're someone who doesn't drink or doesn't want to drink right now, okay.
Bars have, that's also
Yeah, that's a
very
bigger issue, is if it's a bar with a loud music playing. I have been to various bars that are, like, a lot quieter, and I like those a lot better.
different city. Yeah.
That would also be a factor.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes, I read that line.
It's like the last stage of the plan, man. Basically the most northernmost member. I think Sharky needs some sleep.
As that started as a yawn, yes.
First we have to know if all this poses a real threat. What it really means and how it'll affect us in this town. I'm like...
It saves every once in a while. That's the card in the bottom right-hand side.
Okay.
It's auto-saving. I think the last time it might have auto-saved is when it transitioned to her saying, welcome to the registering call.
Well, that's good enough then. It is like 3 hours later and I haven't had dinner, so I need to like go have dinner.
It's
Which
almost
means I have to
1
go
a.m.
make dinner.
It's almost 1 a.m. I woke up at 6, so I need to go to sleep.
Sharky needs sleep and Satan needs dinner. Thanks everyone for hanging out.
We'll be back Sunday for some garbage.
For some garbage?
Nah, it's Arcade Spirits, it's not garbage. Have a good night.
Good night. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for hanging out. Yes, the Satan and Sharky show.
Eat it all, folks.
Okay, good night.